Welcome to the Beacon House Podcast, recorded live in Knoxville, Tennessee.
And that's why I don't know if it's going to be great or not, but I want it to be published as the Jeffrey Dahmer's cookbook for Thanksgiving dinners.
Have a friend for dinner.
Have a Jeffrey Dahmer Thanksgiving and a Charles Manson New Year.
Ooh.
Ugh. The Ted Bundy Christmas.
Can I unsubscribe from that?
Wait, no, come back.
Guys, welcome to the Beacon House Podcast. Happy Thanksgiving. This is our Thanksgiving episode officially, depending on when you're listening to it, but this will air on Thanksgiving. So we hope you guys are doing okay. We hope you've got family around. I hope you're getting ready to eat some good food or watch football or whatever the hell you guys do on Thanksgiving, but we hope it's going to be good. And we have a couple very special, speaking of friends, we have a couple very special guests here joining us on this podcast. Casey, tell them who we got.
We have Check 4, Eric Johnson, EJ. The wonderful EJ's back with us. Yay.
Yay. You've heard him on the episode before.
Technically, I'm the one who's supposed to say check 4.
Sorry.
I mean, it's fine. I'm not mad or anything. I'm just, it's kind of my thing.
And his wonderful wife, Emi Johnson. Woo, Emi!
There we go. There we go.
Avoiding getting mad or
And
getting yelled at.
She is a first-time Beacon House guest. So, Emi, welcome to the show.
The Bacon House.
The Bacon House.
The Bacon House.
you.
I think you were the first one to call us Bacon House.
Oh, it is Bacon House.
It is Bacon House.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, Bacon House.
Depending on what kind of a day
Do
we've
you still
had.
use the hashtag?
Oh, yeah. I 100% have that in
Well,
my
I
hashtag.
actually thought it was called Bacon House until like a couple of months later. So, yeah.
I mean, I would love a bacon house. That sounds like the International House of Bacon, IHOB.
Yeah.
You think anybody's having bacon today? Does anybody eat bacon for Thanksgiving?
If you don't, are you living?
Do they eat turkey bacon? Is that what happens on Thanksgiving?
Sounds appropriate.
I don't know. I know some people eat turkey bacon anyway. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't like turkey on Thanksgiving.
Do you not like turkey?
I like.
Such
weird.
a contrarian, always.
Well,
This guy.
I'm a nonconformist.
Except when it comes to any movie, he's like, "It's great."
Yeah, that's fair. I enjoy turkey the day after Thanksgiving on like a sandwich with mayo and salt and pepper and like maybe some tomato or something, like a turkey sandwich.
Right. You like
yeah.
leftovers.
That sounds nice.
But going to the store and just getting a turkey and doing with that just seems weird. Like it has to be after Thanksgiving. But on Thanksgiving, ham. Always ham.
Really?
That's why I brought a ham to Friendsgiving.
Oh my God! And let's go ahead and just say
I
thanks.
was like, if someone brings a turkey, I'm gonna just put it out in the street where it needs to be, and I'll bring a ham
in the old city. That'd be good. A hot turkey out the street.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, that'd be one. Imagine how that would turn out.
It wouldn't last. You'd
Right
see
in
a
front
bunch of
of-
homeless people gather around it.
Right in front of Central Depot. Yeah, the Will would be really indebted to you for doing that. But no, and that, by the way, thank you for bringing that. And thanks to, let's go ahead and get to the top of this. Just say thanks to everybody that came out to the Friendsgiving. And man, the food you guys cooked was so spectacular. And even if you didn't cook, just the stuff you showed up with, I know I personally went home with a big bag of leftovers and I ate on it for like 2 days and it was awesome.
I went home with just a big container of ham. Everyone kept going, "Where's the ham?" I was like, "It's here in this container. If you want any, just let me know. I'll pull some out." Everyone's like, "Oh, okay." And then no one did, and I just left with this 5-gallon bag of ham, and I was like
the head of a small baby. You were carrying it like a football, you know?
And then for the next 2 days, I've been like deathly ill with a horrible cold. And so I've just like chicken noodle soup and ham is all I've been eating.
Ham noodle. The ham noodle soup. Yeah.
You know what's funny is on the same day that you guys did Friendsgiving down here, we had Friendsgiving with some folks up in our new hometown in Michigan.
Nice.
Oh, yeah? Tell us about Michigan. I would imagine now it's been a bit brisk down here. I would imagine it's like an Arctic tundra in Michigan right now.
It's quite chilly. Yeah, we've already had our first big snow for the season. The
did you?
trees have already lost all their leaves. It was actually kind of funny driving down here. We were noticing on the way that the trees were getting fuller and fuller the further south we got. So
Interesting.
it was nice.
We had a little bit of snow like one day, and it didn't. Always down here, it didn't really melt a whole lot, but like it did get cold as crap there for a minute. But I always think about people that live north of here, and just like Jesus, man. Like if it's this, like if I get maybe I'm just getting cold because I'm getting older. The older I get colder every year. I don't know if you. You guys aren't that old yet, but you'll get to where you just go, when did I start getting so fucking cold, you know? But like, even like in the house with the heat on, if you don't move around, you get cold. And anyway, but I always think like, Jesus, man, like anybody that's living like Michigan or like Wisconsin or God, or even like those Midwest, like in South Dakota or something where it gets like 22 below just all the time.
Well, I didn't even think about it because that Arctic blast that came through and made us, we went down to 18 degrees. How cold was it up there at that point?
Talking about last year?
No, it was like literally just like a month ago.
It's been, I mean, we've been in freezing temperatures for the last few weeks.
Gross.
Oh, yeah.
Not gross. I actually love winter. Like,
It's nice.
I love it.
It's nice.
Like,
But
I enjoy having an excuse to actually drink hot coffee. Like people who drink hot coffee in the summertime, I think are weird.
I can do it. It doesn't bother me.
No, it doesn't.
all year, man.
And I can drink cold coffee in the winter. I don't have that weird temperature thing with.
I'm a human furnace. Like I literally just produce nothing but heat, which is weird because I'm not hot at all.
Heat and bullshit. Sorry, couldn't help it.
Steaming pile of bullshit.
Heat and sarcasm.
Ooh, I am full of sarcasm. No, but it's just, I don't know. If I drink hot coffee in the summertime, all it does is hurt my stomach. It does nothing. It doesn't wake me up. It just makes me sick.
Really?
Yeah. So I just stick to cold coffee.
Oh, that's interesting. I've only had coffee hot like throughout the year. Like hot coffee is served hot to me.
Yeah. Even in the summer? You don't mind in the summer?
Yeah.
Have you ever had like cold coffee before?
I have had it.
You're just
but-
not a fan?
No, I mean, I like it, but coffee is supposed to be hot.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I guess.
totally.
What about tea? Do you like iced tea?
I guess iced tea, I will have it cold only
Okay.
in summertime.
See, I'll drink hot tea only when I'm sick. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah?
I never crave it unless I'm like deathly ill and I'm like, green tea with a little bit of lemon and honey sounds perfect right now.
Dude.
And then I feel better and they're like, you want some more green tea? I'm like, ew, gross. What? No.
I do like green tea, but I was way more into tea before I got really into coffee. And now I feel like if I'm only going to have one or the other, and I just automatically go to coffee, you know. But green tea is wonderful.
Yeah.
And then they have like white tea and black. I don't really know the difference between all the teas, but I know there's one you can get at Starbucks. And if you're feeling a little under the weather, if you've got just like a little bit of a sniffle or like that scratchy throat or like you feel like you're almost about to get sick, you know, there's one they have at Starbucks. I think it's called Citrus Defender. And it, to me, when you pull the lid off, it just smells like Christmas.
It sounds potent.
Oh yeah, man, and it's got all kinds of like, you know, vitamins and stuff in it. It's like a citrus tea or whatever, but it makes you feel better, and it's the smell just gives you that holiday feeling, you know.
Well, Spencer turned me on to something here in the last couple of years where anytime I start getting a scratchy throat or like I'm starting to get like congested a little bit, I just start popping zinc pills, like zinc tablets, Zicam tablets.
Dude.
That and ibuprofen. And then when it hits me, this is the first year it actually worked. Like I caught it in time, but it hit me. And then I only felt bad yesterday. The day before that, I felt fine. Today, I feel great. It was just yesterday, it hit me like a brick.
Zinc works, man. Zinc's a good. Well, when we did our friendsgiving, a lot of people were getting sick. In fact, a couple people, shout out Brandon Hudson, who, by the way, was, even though the guys had the flu for like a week, he smashed Friday at Stacked Actors.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me he had the flu and he showed up into a room full of people with the flu to play?
What I'm saying is he had been sick for a couple days and he can't cancel his gig, and he slayed. You wouldn't have known that guy wasn't feeling well at all.
I saw the videos you posted. Yeah, he killed it for someone.
He was
who just
incredible,
had the flu.
and for that matter, they all were. Like all those guys are phenomenal. But the same thing, since everybody was kind of getting sick at Friendsgiving, and I knew, and I was like, and I don't have a spleen, so I'm already like the target for like any virus going around. I've been eating zinc for like 5 straight days, and I'm actually not, you know, knock on wood, but I'm hanging in there. So
now, let me ask you this, because you said that you guys had a Friendsgiving as well. How great is Friendsgiving? Like,
pretty nice, man.
Isn't it nice? It's like you pull in people, like, normally you think of Thanksgiving being this thing you get together with your family and you're like, all right, so who's going to get into a fight first about politics? And with Friendsgiving, you just pull a bunch of people in who all, you know, I mean, even if they don't share your ideologies, you all get along. And so everyone meets up and gets together, and it's a blast, man. It's a fucking blast.
Yeah, it's great. And delicious.
Yes.
You know what we made and brought to Friendsgiving when we had it
Lay it on us.
last week was ham.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, totally, dude. The ham we had was fantastic.
I didn't cook it. I just went and bought one.
And still,
We also left with quite a bit and used it for the next couple days.
yeah.
And just about everything. You know, ham goes in a lot of dishes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
versatile.
Yeah. Green bean. Like,
I reached a new level of gluttony where I was taking, I got to tell you, I was so proud of this. Alea, shout out, our buddy Alea Miller, who's been on the podcast. She showed up with a tray of deviled eggs. There were a lot
Deviled egg.
There were a lot of
Yay!
Brandon, I hope you're listening. Brandon Lee told me that on one of our recent podcasts where we started screaming about deviled eggs, he was driving somewhere and he almost went off the road. He said he got so tickled. So Brandon, I hope you're there again. But Alea made a plate of deviled eggs that I've never tasted anything like it. I don't know what she did, but they were so just pungent and robust.
It was because she got free range, cage free eggs,
like the happy egg. She swears it's about the egg, but I think she also just did something. I don't know. They were sharp tasting, and they were incredible. And I was taking the ham and making a little boat like a taco, and putting the deviled egg in the ham and eating that. It was phenomenal.
That sounds great.
I called it the ham boat. The deviled egg taco. It was incredible. I made everybody do it. Eric Stam was being real like, well, I don't know. And I was like, you better eat one.
Oh, you mean Eric Stam was cautious about something?
It's true. It's true.
Insane. It's crazy.
Safety first.
True. Stam actually had Eric Stam had to like leave and go to a study group and come back for the rest of Friendsgiving. You know.
Oh, nice. Responsible.
Yeah.
Boo.
Indeed. Well, Amy,
good.
tell us a little bit what you've got going. We've talked to
gosh.
Eric before. Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself? You are an entrepreneur now, after all. What do you got going on?
I've been starting to teach Japanese online. I have YouTube videos on YouTube, obviously. Yeah, what do you want to hear about?
Well, like if somebody wanted to, what would you tell somebody that was maybe, and I've heard it's very difficult to learn Japanese. I mean, maybe that's just in comparison to like other, languages that just like Spanish or something,
Yeah.
which we seem to have a little more, I don't know. What?
It kind of depends because Japanese have 3 writing system.
Uh-huh. 3?
So, yeah, we
Oh.
have 3 writing system and we mix them all together. So if you only hear that, oh my gosh, like that's so much.
That scared me away right now.
Yeah,
I don't
right?
even know if I
But-
can talk to you. Like,
But if you're only like learning to speak casually, like it's so easy. Like for example, like genki means like healthy or well. And if you want to ask if you're healthy, like how are you? You can just say genki. And if you're like well, you can say genki.
so it's like the inflection you put on the end of it. Okay,
It's
okay.
like it's so easy to make it simple to talk. So in Japanese, like you can take a word and then like speak with it, with the intonation.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I got you. So if somebody wanted to get started learning Japanese, where like if they wanted to go to your YouTube channel, how do they find your YouTube channel?
It's YouMe Japanese, YOUME,
Yeah.
like you and me, and it means dream in Japanese.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so it's
Gotcha.
like
So everybody go
double
check
meaning.
that out and learn. Can you give us so wait, what was the one you just told us about your health?
Oh, Genki.
Genki.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was asking you, I would say Genki.
Yeah, and I was like Genki.
Okay. I just did it.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah.
And if
Like a pro.
because I'm sick, I would not say Genki. What would I say for being?
Genki janai.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Genki Genai.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
See, you're learning already.
So next time I see you, if I haven't heard how you're doing, I'm going to go Genki.
And I'm gonna go Genki Genai.
Oh.
Did I do it?
Yep, you
Nailed
did
it.
perfectly.
We just had a kind of a conversation in Japanese.
Yeah.
Whoa.
For the longest time, I had Duolingo on my phone, and I would do daily
Challenge thing.
daily challenges for Japanese because I
Really?
wanted to go to Japan.
Why
really bad.
didn't you not tell me that? You can just like
Well, I mean,
give me a call and we can talk for like 5 minutes every day and you can be learning.
this was like a year and a half ago. This is before I even started doing the podcast. I was like talking about going to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
But now, fuck Duolingo. I'll just go to my favorite YouTube channel, YouMe Japanese,
Yay.
and
Yeah.
learn there.
Dude, so Eric, how much have you picked up?
No comment.
No, he's doing good. Like,
Yeah, no, I went, and just over time since I've been with her, I've known
Sure.
or learned quite a bit. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't say that I'm a speaker.
Got it.
At this point,
I will
But
say, when you said no comment, I don't know why the first thing that went through my head was, did he just say something in Japanese that I don't know? Like,
right.
Oh, wait, no, he just said no comment. Never mind.
No, it's a big challenge, man, to learn a new language, especially late in life.
Oh, I bet.
But I've gotten to the point now where I can kind of understand, like if she's having a conversation with somebody, I'll be listening in, and I kind of know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I may not follow every word, but when it comes to trying to jump in myself, though, that's where I get a little bit lost, or maybe even just a little bit shy, I think.
Sure.
But she's a good teacher, though, man.
Yeah.
as
Dude, I look forward to
demonstrated
checking it
here
out.
today.
Yeah, I look forward to checking it out for sure. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like all the students that I'm getting are overseas, like from overseas, not only in the U.S.
Really?
Yeah,
Dang. And what made you think start, like, have you always been a teacher?
not really. No.
You just thought, I'm going to show people how to do stuff?
Yeah, in Michigan, it's so cold that I don't want to go outside. It's great if you can just stay inside and work from your cozy, warm room.
Yeah.
So that's basically what I wanted. And I was like, well, what am I good at? What I can share with people? I'm like, oh, I'm good at Japanese, and people love Japanese, like language and culture.
Yeah.
So I don't only want to teach like language, but also culture, because when you want to speak, you have to also understand the culture.
Of course.
Yeah.
So in my YouTube channel, I try to like talk about culture a lot, not just the language.
What can you tell our listeners about the culture a little bit? Just a brief overview.
Oh my gosh.
Or what are some of the big things you try to impart to people about the culture?
That's such a good question, and I was never really asked.
You can keep it seasonal with Thanksgiving coming up or even Christmas right around the corner. What
Yeah.
are some,
Yeah, the latest video that I just posted yesterday talked about Christmas and the tradition things that we do in Japan. Do you know any, like, can you guess anything we do in...
No, we have no idea.
Okay, so in Japan, what we eat for Christmas. Traditional thing, kind of. I don't
Ham.
know if I can call it traditional, but
Ham.
we called... No, sorry. And not even deviled egg.
No deviled eggs for Christmas? Hunter would be so lost in Japan.
True. Or just anywhere. I'm kidding.
Yeah, the most popular food to eat for Christmas is actually KFC.
Is it really?
Kentucky Fried Chicken, yes.
I feel like I knew that.
Yeah, like I don't know why it is weird. It's getting pretty like famous that we do. And we also eat Christmas cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, cake is a big thing in Japan.
Interesting.
Yeah, KFC. You see a commercial for Christmas all the time.
I would love to find a like Japanese cake baking show. Kind of like the Great
okay.
British Bake Off, but it's like the Great Japanese Bake Off, and they just make cakes.
Are you challenging me?
Oh, shots fired.
Maybe I can do that on my channel if I can.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would love to like see what a traditional Japanese cake, like the process into making that. Because I'm assuming it's probably way more extensive and way better than anything we do. We're just like, oh, eggs and flour, and they're just like,
Add a lot of sugar.
and a lot of sugar. Okay. Well, sorry, Hunter.
There you go again.
The poor boy's not even here to defend himself.
I know. Yeah, we should probably go ahead and say, yeah, obviously Hunter, nobody's heard from Hunter yet on the, there's not been any weird dry jokes that didn't land. So Hunter's obviously not here today. Hunter, I love you. Hunter, where did he go? He's out of town this weekend?
He went to GalaxyCon.
I saw he met the like Godzilla guy.
Yeah.
Who did something.
I think he's the second oldest Godzilla
Suit actor? Oh, okay.
because I guess the previous one passed away. And he went up to Louisville, Kentucky for that.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Well, Hunter, we're miss having you here, but we're glad to have these guests right here. And everybody go check out Emi's YouTube channel again. Like, check it out, learn something. Why don't you?
Yeah, and please comment me if you come see it. I want to say hi to you in person.
Yeah,
dude.
absolutely.
Totally do it. And again, that is YouMe Japanese. There are no spaces or anything. So YouMe Japanese.com. YouMe Japanese. Check it out on YouTube. She's on Facebook, on YouTube, Instagram, the whole nine. So you guys go check it out. Thank you so much for coming here and talking teaching us a little bit of Japanese.
Yeah.
She's tearing it up with some content too, man. Some regular posts, a couple times a week on the video
so you
side.
keep like regular.
Yeah, I just started like 2 months ago, so I'm not a pro at it. So I have so much respect for you guys for almost hitting 2-year mark, right?
We're coming up on our 100th episode.
Oh, wow.
Sort of. But again, we're not doing video yet. I mean, we're doing, this is just strictly audio, and I feel like that's a lot easier to upload, and that's a big one, man. So was that weird getting into like doing videos and having to figure out how to?
Oh yeah.
Did it take a while to kind of figure it out?
I haven't figured it out. I just don't really care for it to be perfect. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna get it out. Like, I don't care if it was like perfect or if it's like, I'm thinking like if it's, as long as it's good, like 60%, I will just put it out.
Got it.
Because I will learn it as I go. So probably one that I post today is not so good, but one I post tomorrow, like next time, would be better. So one day I will get it to like where I'm satisfied. But
I think that's pretty smart too, because I think if you watch anybody's YouTube series, if you go way back, it's never as good as the most recent one. It always gets better.
That's what I did with every people that I know on YouTube. I will go back to their first one and then watch like their first 3. I'm like, okay, maybe I can do better than this one.
Sure.
That's so encouraging.
Oh, and that's the thing too. When we first started this, I just had all these ideas I was throwing at Spencer and Hunter, and for the longest time, it was just the idea of throwing anything at the wall and see if it sticks. Like anytime you have an idea, go on and do it, put it out there, see if it sticks. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But at least you're pumping out that content.
Exactly.
And so I feel like in any YouTube channel, every single video you put out may not always be like a zinger, but like 1 out of every 4 you post is going to be like this amazing one. And you're just like, all right. And then over time you start figuring out that formula and figuring out, what feels comfortable, and you're like, boom. And then you just take off.
Yeah. And even if I only have like, well, right now, when you look at the reality, I only have like 50 views or like 20 views. But like out of like 1 out of 20 people who watch it, like send me a DM or like, send me like a sweet word saying like, thank you for making this. I could learn something new.
That's
that
awesome.
makes me happy.
That is awesome.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, I think if you have any kind of an audience, we feel that way. We don't have a just massive audience, but we have at least a very faithful, loyal audience, that and we feel privileged and honored to have anybody listening to us ever, so that's a big thing too. And I think you got to kind of start there with gratitude, like, or you're just never going to feel like, well, I only got 100 views or something, blah, blah, blah. Well, those 100 people matter.
Yeah.
So you gotta start somewhere. But I think that's really, really, really great.
Yeah. And also I have somebody who support me to do this, so I'm grateful for that.
100%. Let's talk about that, man, a little bit here.
Did you make a theme song? Did you make a bass, like a real bassy song?
Let's hear from Eric Johnson.
No, I haven't, but that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
EJ, what's been going on? My dog, my dude.
Just working, man.
Yeah.
Working.
Doing the life.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of career exploration right now, actually, and trying to figure out what I want to do next.
Yeah.
Because you guys know I moved up to Michigan for work.
Right.
Took a job in supply chain, and it's fun enough. I've gotten to the point where I kind of feel like I've got it down. I'm ready to learn something new. So trying to figure out what that next step's going to be and how I'm going to get to it. It's about to get real, man.
That's exciting.
I'm going to be probably looking to do an MBA next year. I think. So getting back into college and do some graduate school. So that'll be fun.
Awesome.
A little scared to go back to school for something that intense because it's basically a 2-year program. It's going to be a lot of time outside of work, which is already a lot of time.
Dang.
So, but yeah, it's exciting too. At the same time, like it'll be a fun adventure.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's part of why we're trying to get as much traveling in as we can before I start class.
When's that going to be? Like beginning of the year ish?
Probably next fall.
Okay, gotcha. Well, that gives you guys nearly a year to to do stuff. I think that's cool, man.
Yeah, I think since the last time I saw you guys, we've been doing a little bit of globe hopping. We were over in Thailand recently for a wedding.
Saw that. Tell us about that.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool experience. Bangkok. Oh my gosh. If you ever feel bad about the traffic you have to sit in going to and from work every day, find a video or talk to somebody who's ever been to Bangkok and sat in traffic. It's insane.
Yeah, really?
Oh, man.
Insane. There were times we'd sit there for like an hour, literally not moving.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Waiting for lights to change or whatever, and it's just like gridlocked as far as you can see. Craziness.
Man. And how, like, what, give me a reference. Like, how big is Bangkok compared to, like, a city in the U.S. that I might know? Is it, like, the size of Atlanta? Is it bigger than Atlanta? Is it, like, New York or Mexico City? Or
It's pretty massive. I don't know.
That's pretty big. And it's, like, all so clammy in one space. It's so crowded.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool though. A lot of different stuff to see and do. We barely scratched the surface. We were so tied up with the wedding activities and everything for her friend while we were over there. But definitely a place I'd love to go back and see more.
That's
very
awesome.
Cool area.
Yeah.
And we also went to Dubai. In UAE, which was very, very cool. That one I can give you a size comparison. It was funny when we were coming back from Dubai. I remember because we flew through Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago's a pretty big city.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as we were driving out of town and I was looking at the skyline, I was like, man, Chicago looks like a baby's toy compared to Dubai, man. It's
Chicago
like,
is so cute, little tiny baby town.
yeah, it's pretty funny. Of course, they have the world's tallest building over there. We went and saw that. Pretty neat. But yeah, and I guess because we were doing all the traveling on that side here recently, we've neglected to get back to Japan. So I think that's our next to do.
Yeah, but if you want to travel in budget, Bangkok is the place to go. Oh
absolutely.
My gosh.
Very affordable.
Yeah.
Really?
You feel like
Yeah.
king and queen.
The
With
food
like,
is amazing.
Yeah,
Okay.
so good.
Incredible.
So cheap too. So cheap.
Yeah, I've heard that same thing about like Peru. They say if you happen to want to go to South America for whatever, the exchange rates or whatever in Peru are incredible. Like you don't have to have a ton of money, but you get down there and it goes a long way. You know, that's interesting.
I've always wanted to go overseas to Japan. I've wanted to go to, and the one that sticks out the most for people when I tell them is Cambodia. I've always wanted to go to Cambodia and see all the old temples. And usually when I tell people that, they're like, travel in a group when you go to Cambodia. And I'm like, what? Why? It looks fine. They're like, no. They're like, you'll stick out like a sore thumb and people will target you. And I was like,
No.
I feel like that's just living paranoid. And I think if I had the chance to go by myself to Cambodia, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
And go sit at the temples and hang out with the monkeys and give them treats.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd probably steal them from me anyways, but I would have like a bag, be like, no, don't steal my phone. Take this Reese's cup.
Yeah. Monkeys, man.
Man, monkeys.
Man, monkeys.
They'll take whatever they want, man. Reese's cups, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They play by their own rules.
They do. They're not looking for, looking to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. So yeah, if you end up pursuing that, that's when you can get that practice in on doing some video, man.
Absolutely.
You guys were talking on a recent episode about wanting to explore some more video content.
Yep. And man, really, you can shoot. Again, I'm not saying obviously, if you've got a great camera, that's even better. But you can shoot it on an iPhone, dude.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many. They have so many filters and stuff. It's just so easy to do YouTube videos and stuff these days. It's crazy.
Even sitting here, I've been thinking in the back of my head of a skit where it would be Emi speaking in Japanese with subtitles, and people who interacted with her just look down and read the subtitles and then talk back to her in English. Dude. She'd be like, how are you doing? And they're like, how are you doing? Oh, I'm doing great. How are you doing? Like, it's just, I don't know what it is.
That's pretty good.
I just daydream all day with stupid, funny skits that I could do.
Yeah, I will drive 8 hours to come see you to do that with you.
There we go.
Yeah.
There,
sign her up.
Take that.
Yeah.
I wanted an excuse to come see EJ in Michigan.
yeah.
No kidding, dude. Why don't we take a trip to Michigan?
Dude,
You guys could show us around.
Yes.
We live literally like an hour from Chicago, so if you want an excuse to come up, I mean, that's a really cool town to visit. It's a short hop over from where we live.
Let me ask you this. I've
the other side
heard
of
this
the
is a
line
trend in Chicago that you cannot get ketchup on a hot dog in Chicago anywhere. It's apparently against the rules in Chicago, and if you go into a hot dog place and you ask for ketchup, they'll kick you out.
I don't know that I've noticed that, but I would agree that it doesn't belong on a hot dog.
100%. Mustard and relish all the way. But that's something that Anthony Bourdain taught me in
If you
Parts
put
Unknown.
ketchup on a hot dog, you're wrong.
Thank you.
You're just wrong.
Thank you.
Just wrong.
It's like, I think people who put ketchup on hot dogs also have that extra sheet on their bed, and they also probably put their toilet paper under instead of over.
Yeah. Hey, while I'm here, face to face, dude, we are a no top sheet family.
Thank you.
Oh, are you guys really?
I'm in your corner, man.
All right.
On that one.
Far out.
I told you, top sheets are just
No
another
top
thing
sheet.
you have to wash.
Yeah. What do you need? What do you need it for?
They always get
What is it for?
balled up in the bottom of your feet.
Yeah.
Dude, I've got one, and it's literally forever sealed to my cover, my blanket. Like they're just one and the same. Like you fold it back, and it's a sheet on one side, it's a blanket on the other.
No, I don't buy it. However, I did with the over and under toilet paper thing. I did see something great the other day where it showed the toilet paper over, had a little face on it, and then showed the toilet paper under, and it says beards are better than mullets. So people who put their toilet paper going under are really supportive of mullets.
Party in the back.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
Dang.
I know it's a whole cat thing. People.
What about
cats.
is it okay to put ketchup on a burger?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally acceptable. What about no ketchup, mustard only on a burger?
Yeah, that's fine too.
Probably all right.
It's just okay to eat a burger, however, but hot dogs are more particular.
Burgers are like the basic white chick of the ballpark food. Hot dogs should be cherished and only have mustard. And maybe chili, maybe some onion or some relish, but no ketchup ever. You get tomatoes away from my hot dog.
What about mayonnaise? What about mayonnaise?
On a hot dog?
Yep.
I think I could look the other way for that.
Dude, I've had a hot dog that had mayonnaise and tomato and bacon on it, and it was amazing.
You lost
Very
tomato.
different. It's very different, but it was
Well, like sliced tomato.
yeah.
I think that can fly.
And maybe some onions too. Like, but it was totally rad.
So they put a salad on your hot dog.
No, it's just a tomato, you dick. There was no lettuce. Not any vegetable constitutes a salad, you butthole.
I beg to differ.
Easy, guys.
Well, no, and I would totally, dude, I'd love to come up and see you guys and then just go over to Chicago for the day or something, because I have no idea what to do. The only time I've been through Chicago was I changed airplanes at that airport, and it terrified me. That airport's insane.
It's nuts. It's the size of a small city by itself, that airport.
Yes. Yeah, and
crazy.
literally, I remember like on the exchanging flight, I was coming back. I was flying from like Colorado Springs to through Chicago and then to Nashville. And one of the guys that was on my flight, literally, it was so crazy at the airport. They had to circle a couple times and then land, and it was off schedules. And literally, we pulled up, and the guy goes, "Well, there goes my plane." And his plane was taking off right next to us, and I was like, "I'm never going to get home." Luckily, I caught mine, but like, these people were just like, "Yeah, we're never going to get our flight." You know, like, they're just used to it. They were all sleeping. Like, I was like, "God, traveling is horrible."
That's tough. It's cool though living close to that airport, because we can get a direct flight almost anywhere from Chicago.
Oh,
so
I bet that's great.
100%.
But yeah,
that's even better than living like near Nashville, because they all fly to Chicago or wherever.
Yeah. But yeah, we've entertained guests a couple times up there in the Windy City, and we know our way around pretty good. So
Awesome.
Anytime you guys are up that way, hit us up.
Awesome.
Show you a good time.
If I'm not mistaken, South Chicago is where you don't go, correct?
It's a safety first kind of an area. So if you're going to go as a group kind of thing, like you were talking about before.
That's kind of how it was.
Or go with somebody who knows the area, you know.
Yeah.
When I went to New Orleans for the first time, that's kind of how I was, where I showed up and the family I was with were like putting a gun in a fanny pack. They're just like, put your wallets in your front pockets. And I was like, where are we going? And they're like, we're going to Bourbon Street. I was like, oh, got it. I thought this was a nice place. And they're like, no, it's great. You're going to love it. They're like, just don't go down any dark alleys. Watch your back.
Damn, I was in New Orleans, and that's all I did was go down dark. I went to the French Quarter and got drunk. It was bad.
Hey, it's when you wander off that beaten path that you find all the cool stuff.
Not only that,
dude,
but you also
gems.
don't have a spleen now. So that tells that story.
I didn't have a spleen then either. I was there that's when I worked for Guitar Center. They flew us down there to help open the New Orleans store. It was me and one other guy from Pro Audio, and like, of course, everybody we were hanging out with works at Guitar Center, so it's a bunch of musicians. And at the end of we were there for a couple days. At the end of the workday, they were like, "Let's all go to the French Quarter," and I was like, "Yay!" And it was just like, I was like, "Oh my god, this smells like vomit and pee," and we're all drunk. Oh god.
The only thing that was strange to me is I kept having people bump into me, which apparently is very key that they were trying to pickpocket me. But I had all my shit in my front pocket. But then people would ask me where I had my shoes. And that's where I learned on my feet on the street is the answer that you give them, and they can't, like, if they go, I bet I can guess where you got your shoes. You're like, on my feet on the street. And then they go, okay, and they walk away. But like, if you try to like tell them a store, they go, no, man, you have your shoes on your feet. Give me $5. And they like hassle you for money.
Oh, I don't feel like that would work well on me. Who knows?
I'd like to see somebody try.
Who knows? I don't know. I thought the French Quarter was crazy, and they have those mausoleums, and like it's weird. I remember thinking like, is that Trent Reznor's house? Is that Phil Anselmo's house? Like, who's what fan? There was the Blue Dog Art Gallery was down there, which is apparently a famous artist. And look, when you're hammered at 4 a.m, and there's like they serve alcohol at like 4 o'clock in the morning in laundromats in New Orleans in the French Quarter. It's crazy. And so when you come around the corner, there's this giant art gallery with like 5 plate glass windows, and it's nothing but blue dogs. That's a little strange, you know?
Yeah. There's also a bar down there that only works by candlelight. Like, I don't think they have any electricity in there.
Really?
I think it's like this old pirates bar.
Shit. Well, there's that.
We need to travel more as a group.
Dude, I know there's a bar
Road
Road trip.
A friend of mine, a coworker of mine, used to work at a bar out in Arizona that was no electricity. Everything was powered, like, all the refrigeration was done by ice, and it was only open like during daylight hours, and you had to drive kind of way out in the middle of the desert, and it was this real crazy, like, I mean, they had all kinds of alcohol and stuff, but there was no electricity anywhere on anything. It was weird.
Sounds like it'd be inconvenient to operate.
I feel like that too.
Also sounds like a place that put ketchup on hot dogs, so I don't think I'd go.
Fair. That's fair. I don't know what they do in Arizona. It's probably very dry.
That's what I hear.
Ugh.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, guys, so I'm assuming you guys are in town for Thanksgiving, right? Now, like,
Yeah, man.
And let me see here. And then going to be doing a little traveling for the next year. You got anything planned? You said Japan, but anything else beyond that you know of?
I don't know, man. We'll see.
Gotcha.
We'll see. Yeah, we got to get. So most of her family is living in Japan, actually.
Right.
Her parents just moved back there a couple of years ago now, and we haven't been over to see them yet since they got settled back in over there. So we'll do that definitely for sure. Last time we went to Japan was kind of a whirlwind too, so I'd like to take a more focused trip and actually see more of.
Oh, it's always like the second time you go somewhere is when you really get it. I feel like, because you're there and like you said, it's always a whirlwind at first.
Yeah,
and then you go back and you go, okay, no, we've already done that, and you can kind of look around.
Yeah, the first time we went, the main purpose was to have him see all my family and friends. So we were hopping everywhere.
Yeah.
So like we didn't even know where we were. We were just like, okay, we're gonna go this place to see this person. Next, we're going to this place to see my uncle. Or
nice to meet you. Gotta go.
Yeah, gotta go.
We were there for 13 days. I think we stayed more than one night at one place that whole time.
Right.
When we were constantly packing up and moving to the next, with these giant suitcases running around.
Oh.
But yeah, next time we'll do it a little easier. But yeah, I don't know. We've got a little bit of time left before I start class, and definitely trying to take advantage of that. Will be on the list.
What have you been listening to? You been listening to any cool stuff?
Podcast wise, or just
music wise?
Oh man, I don't know. Not really. I'll say exploring music is tough.
I know.
What I've found is, or at least the way that I listen to music a lot these days, is I'll pick a band I already know I like, and then just hit radio
and
on,
web it
Google
out,
Play and see what random stuff it throws at me.
I've been really big on Rainbow Kitten Surprise, thanks to Frying Pan.
Wonderful.
I heard about that, and I never explained what. Talk to us about that.
It's, I guess the best way to explain it is kind of like Alt J meets Kings of Leon.
Okay.
It's real indie sounding, but it's fantastic. Like I've yet to find a song by them that I hate. So once we stop recording, I'll pull up a song and show you. But it's like Rainbow Kitten Surprise. First of all, great name. Second of all, I love their music. Like it's good stuff.
I got turned on very recently to something. In fact, the other night at the Stacked Actors gig, I was talking to Knoxville's Phil Collins, Andy Campbell, after the gig, and he was telling me his buddy just got a gig. I keep saying, can I say gig a couple more times?
Two more.
Let me think here. Okay. This is one. Have you ever heard of the band Wolfpack?
I've heard of them, but
I went to one of their gigs.
Okay, Wolfpack is a very... I don't want to pigeonhole them by saying they're a funk band, but it's very funky, and they have the guitarist Corey Wong, who's one of these like super like positive vibe funk guitar guys, like just amazing. And one of the guys that was in Wolfpack apparently is this guy named Theo Katzman, which is Katzman, and he's a singer. And Andy turned me on to this thing. He sent me a video, but man, it's incredible. So if you have a chance to look up Theo Katzman, he the way he described it, he said it's almost as like Justin Timberlake was like way better, or something.
That's a high bar.
Does he have any gigs in the area?
Man, I think maybe he's got one coming up in Nashville. Maybe next month or something. Again, you'll have to check out Theo Katzman, but it's totally worth Googling a little bit.
I'm definitely going to that gig for sure.
And I've been telling everybody, speaking of gigs, I see what you're doing.
He's caught on, guys.
I see what you're doing over there.
It didn't take that long.
I see what you're doing, you little asshole.
Gig.
I love it when you say it. It's cute. When you say it, when Casey says it, it sucks. Another thing I've been telling everybody, if you haven't seen it, I've been posting it on social media. Everybody knows I'm a maniac for Thank You Scientist, and they just covered the Eddie Murphy song Party All the Time, and they shot a video for it, which is almost frame by frame until it gets weird. Again, it gets really bizarre. But when it gets bizarre, it goes nuts. You, Eric, would definitely really appreciate it because it goes total weird, proggy, almost Zappa meets like Bumblefoot type. It's crazy, but it starts out shot by shot a recreation of the Eddie Murphy video from like 1984 or something, including Rick James in the video, and they duplicate the video almost frame by. It's absolutely incredible. So it's Google Thank You Scientist Party All the Time and just be ready.
That sounds great.
They do a chair dance in it. I mean, it's a lot. So that's another. I'll tell you a couple other ones. I'll give you a couple that I've raved at people about,
sure,
which I think you would definitely appreciate. There's a couple of instrumental bands that are not super proggy and super metal. They're just very clever. One of them is called Bicurious, and it's exactly like Bicurious, and it's just amazing. It's real riffy and very. It's hard to explain. Dylan Chun turned me on to them, but that's a really good one. Another one is called Totoro. And not like Totoro from the Miyazaki films. I think it's spelled slightly differently.
Then it's not anything I mentioned.
Well, they spell it Totorro.
Oh, I don't care anymore.
But it's amazing.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Interesting.
And it's big and heady and clever. Both of those are really clever bands. They're really good ones to just put on while you're doing something.
I like clever music for sure.
You would definitely appreciate both of those. They're spectacular.
I'm taking notes.
Which also, I'm super excited. I didn't realize this until you posted it on my Facebook. I just picked up 2 more out of the collection I'm trying to build of Miyazaki films.
Right.
And one of them was Nazca, The Valley of the Wind. Nazca. There we go. Thank you. In The Valley of the Wind, which is one I've never seen before. It came out in 1984. And I posted it on yours, and you're like, "Oh, I already have all of them."
Yep.
I had no idea that you were as much of a Miyazaki fanatic as I am.
Gosh, yes, I'm a nerd.
Okay, good.
Well, I mean, I'm with Eric, so yeah.
Have you seen the
she gets
Sturgill
deep
Simpson
into
thing
the
that he
lore,
did?
too.
The Sturgill Simpson thing on Netflix, Sound and Fury. It was produced, I think, overall produced by Miyazaki.
Oh, well,
I think you would really like it.
It's pretty.
Wait, what?
No, this one's called. I know what you're thinking of, and it's not that one. This one's called Sound and Fury. It's like a 40-minute long music video that's all animated by a bunch of different Japanese animators, and I think Miyazaki kind of had his hands in it.
Yeah, he was the overall the guy that oversaw the entire project along with Sturgill Simpson, and man, it's pretty impressive. If you've not seen Sound and Fury, it's
on Netflix.
It's rad.
Okay, yeah, I gotta check that out.
It's super rad,
for
and the
sure.
music sounds real like acid rocky. It doesn't sound like country. It's weird, and it got this. Anyway, anybody that's seen it knows, but it's got a lot of rude synth playing in it. It's really interesting for a guy that's generally perceived to be kind of a country artist. Oh man, it's a game changer. It really is, and Miyazaki was involved.
And the there's no dialogue, but the story that kind of plays out through the animation is very. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not what normally Miyazaki would do art-wise, but it's very interesting and very, I guess, Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo kind of look to it. Real like
definitely.
Afro Samurai with Samuel L. Jackson. It has that real gritty, bloody kind of thing going for it, and it's actually really well done.
And the art style changes based on the actual animator, so it goes sometimes from looking extremely cartoony to like real digital, and some of it's even so realistic, like the skateboard scene. Yeah. I was like, is that actually film or what? But man, it's really impressive. Yeah, and for just something you can pick up on Netflix, it's mind-boggling. Wow. It really is.
Yeah,
coming away with a lot of good stuff today.
I love it.
Dude. You guys are killing it with the recommendation.
That's the thing. The Nazca in the Valley of the Wind. I had not seen it before. I saw it for the first time yesterday. And I don't know if it was because it was the first time I watched it or if it was all the sleep, nighttime cold medicine I was drinking all day, but it might be my new favorite from Miyazaki. Yeah. It was really, really good.
That was the first film that made Ghibli famous.
Really?
Well, wait, never
I thought
mind.
Princess Mononoke was.
Yeah, take that back. It's like the first Ghibli anime, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, the oldest one that they released as Ghibli Studio.
I didn't know it went all the way back to 84.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
And the thing is, it's weird because it's 1984, but Shia LaBeouf is one of the dubbed actors that voices over. And I went back and tried to find out when they did the American dubs. Apparently they did 2. And they did one in 85, and then they did another one in the 90s. And that's when they got Shia LaBeouf. Because I looked it up, and Shia LaBeouf wasn't born until 86. And I was like, how the fuck did they get baby Shia LaBeouf to sound so normal?
Or any Shia LaBeouf.
But it's
for that.
It's insane to look at the list of voice actors they get for Miyazaki films. Like just that movie had Uma Thurman, it had Mark Hamill, Edward James Elmos, Shia LaBeouf. You've also had Billy Bob Thornton, Dakota Fanning. Like you go back and just look at all of his movies. Liam Neeson was in one of them. He just gets all these high caliber actors and actresses to voice all of his movies, and they just make it that much better.
100%.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a Miyazaki tangent. I just love it. I love all of his movies so much.
I don't know that we've...
I appreciate that you're even talking about it. I love it so much that it makes me happy.
I don't think we've ever watched dubbed though.
Yeah, I know. That's
sorry.
why I was like, okay, I don't know about those.
It is interesting, the cast of characters for sure, though.
Yeah.
Because, of course, they plaster it all over the box. But, yeah, we always watch in the original language
Which
with subtitles.
That's how I actually prefer to watch Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. It was all French, and there's a dubbed version. And
that'd just be weird.
you lose something. Some of them are good, but like the Indian guy that's in it, they made his voice sound really. It almost sounds like the Christian Bale's Batman voice, and it's just dumb. And
Where is she?
yeah, it's so dumb. But if you watch the dubbed version, the subtitles really they don't bother you a bit, and you actually get to hear it performed. You know.
Well, one thing I want you to try to do, maybe I think you can find it online. Find like Hollywood movie and see Japanese dubbed one because it sounds so weird.
Really?
I would love to watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I was going to say that. I was going to say the Tarantino movie. Oh man, I bet it's incredible.
Oh man, just watching Brad Pitt's character talk, I'm sure they got like a really deep voice Japanese
and
actor.
he does like, so if I were saying like, I can't even, I try to imitate, but yeah, like they exaggerate like the English accent and how like talk. Yeah, it sounds so weird.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I never watched like
There's
Japanese dubbed either.
There's a part of me that wants to attempt it, but then there's a part of me that goes, "Don't do that. That's racist." I'm just like, "Oh, okay, got it." No.
I'm definitely going to Google it though.
Oh yeah,
I gotta see it.
Yeah,
I gotta see it. Do you have a recommendation of one particularly that's?
So see, like I never watched Japanese dubbed, you know, because it sounds so weird. It has kind of racism in it, you know, like it's American people talking. They should talk like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I will try to look it up.
Well, and I think it's hilarious to imagine how other cultures perceive our accent and stuff. Because I know that when we try to impersonate other accents, we sound really stupid. Like when we try to do it, unless you're like a voice actor and you can actually do a real English accent, or like, but when we try to impersonate other cultures, we sound terrible. And I would only imagine people impersonating them. I feel like everybody just thinks we talk like cowboys or something. You know?
And I think they add more energy to it, like, you know, so high energy.
Yeah.
Just picturing Leonardo DiCaprio yelling at the hippies and just hearing the Japanese voice.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it would be amazing. I can't wait. I'm gonna go. I'm totally gonna see that.
Now I have to. Yeah, now I have to go buy that movie and put it on Japanese.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We're about getting near the end of the time here, so we will let you guys go on about your visiting. We'll talk to you guys a little bit more after the recording here and everything. But anyway, guys, thanks for listening today, or whenever you wind up listening to this. Hopefully you're having a good Thanksgiving. And we're actually going to go out. We're going to play a little bit of a clip from Friendsgiving where Casey went around humorously and interviewed a lot of people. Some people didn't know it was a joke, so some of the answers are serious. Some of them are kind of funny. But he went around and asked everybody what they're thankful for. And we kind of edited it to some of the theme music, which, by the way, the man sitting right across from me here also wrote the Beacon House theme song, Eric Johnson, right there. And we put a little blurb of it in there. So you're going to hear people talking about what they're thankful for. Some of the recurring cast and characters of the Beacon House here as we go out. But we just want to say, Eric and Emi, thank you guys so much for coming. I'm glad you guys had a safe trip in. We hope Thanksgiving's wonderful. Emi,
and please check out YouMe Japanese on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. And even if you're not looking to learn Japanese, do it anyways.
Yeah, how about this? How about just as a favor to us, as our loyal listener base, how about you go and just like and subscribe to her YouTube channel, and that's YouMe Japanese. Okay?
YouMe Japanese.
YouMe Japanese. YouMe Japanese.
Yep.
Go on YouTube. Go everywhere. Give it a like on Instagram. If you're a friend of the Beacon House, you're a friend of hers, get in there and give her some support.
Yeah, aren't you guys
Thank
the
you.
best?
You damn jerks. Listen.
Hey, thanks for having us, man. It's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Absolutely, man.
Fucking love you guys.
Aww. We'll hug after the mics are off.
I'll hug you guys. I'm not hugging
me,
Casey.
sorry. Wait, what?
No hug for you, Casey.
It's fine.
Hello, my name is Linz, and I'm thankful for the Bill of Rights.
Hey, I'm thankful for the way Libby's armpit smells. My name is Hunter.
I am Frying Pan, and I am thankful for, I don't know.
My name is Brandon Lee, and I'm thankful for deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs!
What about you?
My name's Spencer, and I'm thankful for all the friends here of the Beacon House, even.
But I said no serious answers. That's perfect.
I'm Anya Pony, and I'm thankful for birth control.
Hi, I'm Eric, and I'm thankful for all the great friends that I have around me and this wonderful year that I've got to experience.
Aww. Hi, my name is Jordan, and I'm very thankful for Spencer and Alea. They're my two best friends, and I adore them.
Hi, my name's Alea, and I'm thankful for you, Casey, and you alone.
It's so great because it's not a serious answer. Yeah, it's perfect.
Hi, my name is Ariel, and I'm thankful for falling leaves and another day on this planet full of life and sadness.
Hi, my name's Casey, and I'm thankful for crippling depression.
Hi, my name is Eliza, and I'm thankful for melatonin because I can't sleep without it.
My name is Sav, and I'm thankful for respiratory infections.
My name's Bill Clinton, and I'm thankful Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
My name is Casey Fryingpan, and I'm thankful for porn.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Linz, and I'm thankful Spencer's into butt stuff.
Ooh. Wait a minute, how did you know that?
I'm thankful someone else sided with me on Dunkirk, too.
Dunkirk is a great movie. I hate you so much.
Eat shit.
Ooh, eat shit.